So good afternoon and welcome to our 2025 graduation recognition celebration for our doctoral graduates from the McKetta Department of Chemical Engineering. I'm Delia Milliron, a professor and department chair in chemical engineering, and I'm going to briefly introduce the ceremony here. So earning a PhD is a major undertaking, and I'm so proud of graduates and delighted to celebrate their accomplishments. Today, we're recognizing our class of 2025 who graduated with their PhD in the fall of 2024, or our candidates for spring or summer 2025 graduation. Students, you're graduating from one of the best chemical engineering departments and engineering schools in the country. Our department also has a proud tradition of putting students first and fostering a strong community among students, faculty, staff, and alumni. To our graduates, your family and friends, thank you for your contributions to the McKetta Chemical Engineering community, and congratulations. I'm pleased to introduce Dr. Tom Truscott, professor and graduate advisor, who will recognize each of our doctoral degree candidates.
So thank you, Dr. Milliron. It's now my pleasure to introduce the following PhD graduates and candidates of the McKetta Department of Chemical Engineering. I will recognize each student by name and read the title of their dissertation. Students will be hooded by the research advisor. Samuel Blackman, Discovery and Engineering of Novel Protein Therapeutics which target vascular endothelial growth factor A and placental growth factor to thwart cancer angiogenesis. Hooded by Dr. Jennifer Maynard. Anthony Arrowood. Painting a multi-scale picture of interfacial fracture in soft adhesives. Hooded by Dr. Gabriel Sinoja. Miriam Balogun. Development of ionic liquid-based membrane systems for the undersea separation of CO2 from natural gas under high-pressure conditions. Headed by her advisor, Professor Joan Brennicke. Antoine Chamoun Farah. Supported ionic liquid membranes using aprotic N-heterocyclic anions for carbon capture. Also hooded by his supervisor, Professor Joan Brennicke. Uyemi Effiong. Development of a toolkit for stimuli responsive control of F-actin binding in cells and tissue. Hooded by her advisor, Professor Brian Bellardi. Isabella Ramirez Velez. New approaches to overcome biological barriers for improved oral drug bioavailability. Voted by her supervisor, Dr. Brian Bellardi. Mohammed Karula. Design and characterization of indocyanine green J aggregates encapsulated in antibody conjugated polymeric nanoparticles for cancer photoacoustic imaging and image-guided drug delivery. Led by his supervisor, Professor Keith Johnston, and co-supervised by Alex Morris. Lucas Miller. Understanding mechanisms of modified RNA recognition by epitranscriptome reader proteins. Voted by his supervisor, Professor Lydia Contreras. So once again, congratulations and thank you for your participation. And thank you for your participation in our celebration today. This now concludes the PhD graduate recognition celebration. We hope you will join us at our graduate reception at Under the Oaks Cafe located on level 1 to continue the celebration. If you'd like to have a photo with your research group, please return to the stage. Thank you.
When did Andrew get married? November 15th. busy.